All right, guys, welcome back. Victory for the Custodes on the channel. Got to see all of your beautiful models
The Emperor's shiniest boys won.
all game long. The
They didn't really go away. They stayed on the table. We realized afterwards, you killed a few models, but you only picked up one full unit, a three-man bike squad.
You know what also was having a lot of difficulty going away? Necron Warriors.
No, I had no problem making them go away. It's like, I'm coming back.
Final score, Necrons 87, Custodes 90. 3-point win. We'll go over some of the pieces and parts here real quick, but just want you to take a minute and enjoy this with me.
Yeah,
this is the counter. 102 Necron Warriors reanimated.
I'm so tired of watching Warriors come back.
That's 1,000. What was it? 1,022. 1,122. 1,122 points. So I had a 3,122 points on the table.
It felt like it. I
loved it. Oh, it was great. It was so much fun to play. So much fun to play against. Lane loved it. He was jumping for joy the whole time.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Yay, more warriors to kill.
You reanimate like 12 times a turn. Well, the thing is that like my Custodes list is very MSU, so it's very smaller 3-man, 4-man units of things. So there was just constant, you know, like when I played my Votan with those big six-man Pioneer squads, they put out 48 shots.
They can erase a squad.
They can pick up a squad just like that. But I knew that this would have a hard time into Necrons. I told DJ, don't send me 9-man Scarab squads when I'm playing your Necrons, because they would just
said 20 squad man warrior squads.
Yeah,
no Scarabs.
I guess you got me.
I got you. No, but I didn't. I mean, I basically almost got like I didn't have many things left at the end of that game. That was still a high-scoring game. If I could figure out something to get away from banners, man, that could be viable. That could be viable for all of 3 weeks until it's gone.
It's a new meta.
So let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get down to the business of what occurred on the battlefield. So your secondaries.
I always forget that the Necron characters can come back when I choose Assassinate against them. I knew that with all the speed I had and the combat ability and the good shots from the Virtus Praetors, I'd be able to move my jet bikes into position to take out characters. I just keep forgetting that he's got a stratagem for 1 CP on a 4-up. The character comes back at the end of the phase.
And so 4-ups and 4-ups are like 1-ups. I hit them every 4-ups and 5-ups. Just
you use the strat 3 times this game, and every single one was a 4-up. So
50% of the time, it works every time.
Right.
So there was that one. Obviously, no prisoners, man. I don't know if I don't know if you should have taken that one. That one didn't seem like you did too good on that. When did you cap that out?
I had 16 points by the end of turn 4, but really because you get +2, I probably almost got 15.
It was probably turn 3.
Yeah,
that's later than I thought. I figured by turn. I did.
Turn 1, I didn't. I picked up what 3.
I figured turn 2. Yeah, I figured turn 2 you were gonna really score a lot of points on that. I thought it probably would have been turn 3 and 4 that you would have capped it out because you need that little bit extra. Then what was your last? Oh, behind enemy lines.
Behind enemy lines.
Never run. Let's talk about that.
Never run behind enemy lines before. And this game, I had 2 units in his deployment zone every single turn of the game.
How'd you like that?
I would have scored 20 points on it. Yeah, it was fine. Obviously, with this list, it's great. And you specifically built your list not worrying about killing. Good job. It didn't. So
I killed 1 unit and 3, 4 of your Eagle boys.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, like 4.
Yeah, like just a handful though. That was it. Like I did not kill anything. 1 squad.
Yeah.
1 squad.
Yeah, obviously playing into different opponents, the build, I was prepared to keep throwing units into your deployment zone, but the 2 I moved in there turn 1 just stayed there for like 3 turns.
Right.
The captain just stayed there surrounded by warriors and was like, well, I'm here.
Well, the nice thing is
poke a couple guys with my spear and score points.
The nice thing is with behind enemy lines, it's very passive. You don't have to do anything. Once you're there, you're there.
Yeah.
So, and I think that Custodes do well in it. Even if you were only able to get 1 unit in there, that's still 2 points. And it was like
it's 3 points. It's 3 points for 1.
Oh, it's 3 points for 1.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Yeah. So that's still you can just accelerate those points relatively quickly. So there's that. The primaries in this mission. This mission's primaries might have cost. Would you agree? Based on the primaries for it, that this mission may have cost me a little bit on the fact of those primaries because of something we were talking about last time we played, where you can literally just you basically finalize at 42 on 2 objectives.
Yeah, I mean, this one you need to either take an objective you didn't have before. I think there's the other mission that's similar to this, where you just have to hold something in no man's land. That's easier than this. This, you either have to kill something on an objective or take one. And we were consistently trading objectives, and I was at least consistently killing things. I killed a couple things that were on objectives too. So we both scored very high. You scored way above, but still, you got your 45. I think I had 42. So we both
you finished at 44. You finished at 44.
Oh, right, 44. Yeah,
because you had a couple times where you killed a non-objective.
Right.
Okay, so this one, this one isn't as easy as one we had before with that, but still, that's high scoring. I wasn't able to get you out of 4. One of the things I needed to have happen, and it's kind of funny that the score is 90 to 87, because in my mind, one of my plans was, if I could just skunk you and hit you on a 4 for 1 turn, then I can win the game.
Yeah.
Sure enough, if I could have, I would have won the game. But I wasn't able to get that push. Wasn't able to get that over because of your play with your jumpy guys in the early game. When you moved into the middle and zoned me out, and I could not get in there and wrap around you, you were then able to secure that you still had your 8 points going into the next turn. And I mean, you almost put me on 4. I had to go and say, all right, let me show you these Necron magic tricks and pull some warriors out of my hat.
Extreme reanimation.
Oh, yeah, extreme.
The command phase, you brought, what, 13 guys back in the command phase?
Yeah, and then, no, that was just on the orc. And then I do the barge, and then I did the technomancer, and I had all these things because the technomancer and the barge are 2 separate abilities that they can only be effective with once per command phase. So they worked out well for that. It was a lot of just chuck some dice, bring some guys, chuck some dice, bring some guys, and you can't kill me, and I'm objective secured, and I'm just going to run on everything.
So how many warriors did you have left on the table at the end of the game?
So I had, and it's going to be a rough estimate because this is right offhand, I had, I believe, 9 on that objective, and I think 6 on this objective.
So how many in the middle?
Ooh, that was a big one. That was still kind of sizable. I think it's 20. You beat up a couple. I'd say like 15.
Okay, so say probably 30.
I'd probably say warriors. Roughly around 30, 26, 28 to 30 warriors left at the end of the game.
So that means I killed 172 warriors in this game.
Literally.
I killed your characters 5 times, although they only stayed dead twice. And I kept killing vehicles and things, too. I was able to kill the things I didn't get
vehicles
points
were like
for.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, I picked up a Ghost Ark, picked up the reanimation stalker things, and the plane, too.
Okay, so I know that the army did take a little bit of time to play. I mean, it was slightly longer than some lists that I'd like to play. But we're undead. This is the only time I've actually been able to play this and actually feel like I'm playing an undead army. And
they definitely come back, yeah.
I like that. And that's what the thing is. Okay, there's a one in which way do we go with this? So this list, yes. Every time you hit, I'm rolling dice, and it extends the game longer. But it did have that undead effect. How do you get that balance? I don't think the new reanimation protocols are going to do it. I don't think the new reanimation protocols are going to be able to get that undying effect, per se, but I'm willing to try it out, because especially with the beginning of the command phase things, like when I was sitting on this objective way over here, I would have gotten D3 plus 3 warriors back when I did the reanimation. So I would have had 4 or 5 guys back there. I might have been taking these objectives from you. So,
and as you mentioned when we discussed it, the new reanimation, remember, currently, if you lose 10 warriors in the squad, you're going to have to take morale. You might lose 2, 3, 4 more in addition to that. Now that in the new 10th edition, you don't lose warriors to morale. It's kind of like a double buff to that, because you're not losing those. So when you gain that D3, it's net not that much different than the way it is right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I could see that too. And I mean, like, I think the Resurrection Orb is probably going to function similar, like almost the exact same way. I don't see how much you can change for that. Curious to see what the Reanimator does. And yeah, as well seeing the Ghost Ark too and the Technomancer. I think the Technomancer is just going to let the unit do another reanimation. I think the Ghost Ark is going to do the same thing, but only for warriors. And since warriors already have the boosted reanimation for themselves, that's going to be significantly better for them. So it's going to turn into, instead of like how this was, where it's like, okay, you're done shooting. All right, I'm roll. Now it's going to go to, okay, it's my command phase. So now this unit's going to do that. I roll a single dice. This unit's going to do that. I roll a single dice. And this unit's going to do that. I roll a single dice. So now I don't need to go over and count and stuff like that. It's like, okay, I got 4 back, put a dice for 4, roll the next dice. I got 4 back. Okay, put it over there, figure it out, and go, okay, I got 12 back. Now I walk to my box, put 12 on the table. And that's going to be interesting. That's going to be nice. It's going to be okay for how that's going to function. In some ways, I'll just have box of warriors ready to go. You know,
this is making in general quicker. Like I said, especially it reduces the difference between MSU and large unit armies or armies that can put out a large number of attacks. Doesn't really favor one or the other. It's just the total damage done. And
hey, give me credit. I was running to try to make this thing go fast. I was literally like, come on, roll. Like, dude, I was going. It's Lane over here that's playing slow. Man,
with my 22 models?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You resurrected like 4 times my army.
I'm going to have to put you on a clock, aren't I?
I don't know. Sure, I'd love to play with a clock. You'd be done turn 3. You wouldn't have any more action.
Not on my channel.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically all we got to say for this game is that was kind of cool. That was
fun. Cool. It's interesting to see it. Just so many warriors.
It is so many warriors. We might be rethinking that Poxwalker thing. That might be a little too much. Maybe we need to go the smallest army pox. They do though. You can bring them back.
There are ways to bring them back, but it's not reanimating.
That's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to purposely go at stuff and like, oh, you killed 2 guys. Yeah, I killed 2 of them. I spent a command point and bring some back. I'm just going to keep doing it all game long. So crazy. Or maybe you'll go over to walk over and pick up some models and be like, hey, weren't those Poxwalkers dead? No.
Oh man, I may have misplaced my Poxwalkers after this game. We'll see.
I'm okay with that. Guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support. Please subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell for notifications for everything else and all the other battle reports that we do here on the channel. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon. Have a good night.